All right, we're going to go ahead and start tonight's March 5th, 2025, Town of St. John Board of Zoning Appeals agenda meeting. Call to order. Yeah. Let's all stand for a Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call.
Rudy Bambick.
Here.
John Gill.
Here.
Drago Popovich is absent. Nico Vlahos.
Here.
Chris Kriesbaum.
Here.
Adam Decker.
Here.
Bill Manasopoulos.
Here.
Ashley Abernathy present.
All right, number 4, we'll go over January 8th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the January 8th, 2025 meeting minutes as posted.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Everybody in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. All right, we'll move to public hearings. First one on the list is A, 2025-03 use variance from St. John to allow for the use of outdoor seating located at approximately 10081 Whitney Avenue. Sophia Panagakis is the applicant.
Good evening.
Hello.
I'm Sofia Panagakis, and I'm here to ask you for a variance for a property at 10081 Wicker Avenue.
So the request is for a outdoor dining for this property. This is where the existing Arby's and Atletico is. If you remember, we recently did a sign variance, and then for the hair salon in January for the use variant, special exception. So the way our ordinance is outlined for zoning regulations is anybody who wants to do outdoor dining has to seek a use variance through the BZA and town council. So she is here seeking the use variance for outdoor dining at the Arcadia Center there, right north of Alsip. Staff recommendation, if agreeable to the BZA, to send a favorable recommendation is that bollards are installed around any outdoor seating at least 6 foot on center.
So she's looking to do something similar to how Starbucks has it.
Yes.
A building or so over.
I think it'd be on the
Exactly.
south end of the white roof area of the building now. Right?
Yes.
See anything wrong with that? No. Bollards are installed for safety purposes.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 foot on center, so that's pretty much every single type of car that would go through.
Right.
And that's a pretty typical standard.
Okay, well, at this time, I'll open up the floor to public comment. Looks like we have no public comment. I'll go ahead and close the floor. Anybody else have any questions?
I'll make a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the town council for the use variance to allow outdoor seating at 10081 Wicker Avenue. The approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The need for the variance will arise from some condition peculiar to the property. The applicant did establish that strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought. The petitioner has established that approval does not interfere substantially with the comprehensive plan of the town of St. John.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All right, I have a motion and a second. Everyone in favor? Aye. Motion passes. 4-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we'll move on to B. 2025-04 developmental variance from St. John, STJMC 24-492E and STJMC 24-355A1 to allow a parcel to have 10 parking spaces, which is 65 spaces less than the amount required for the proposed development.
Also to allow a refuse storage structure to be fully enclosed but without a roof, located at approximately 10045 Earl Drive. Douglas Reddig and James Huss from DVG are the applicants.
Good evening. Tonight I'm here on behalf of Chicago Storage 100 LLC requesting the 2 development variances you just outlined for an upcoming development at 1004445 Earl Drive. This is just east-northeast of where the previous petitioner was. Just north of Allsup Nursery, this is the lot between Goodwill and Planet Fitness, 1 block east of 41. The development question will be a multi-story indoor self-storage facility, climate-controlled. If you recall, the BZA in February of 2024 passed the use variance for this property. As we are looking to move into the Plan Commission process, we did identify 2 variances that were needed that I hope, despite the numbers that were listed, I think you'll find the request to be quite reasonable. The second variance, which I'll outline first, is just to the dumpster enclosure. As has been discussed in previous projects, there's some operational issues that are created when you put a roof over a dumpster enclosure. So we are requesting that variance, but keep in mind that won't absolve the development of adhering to any of the architectural requirements that the town sets forth. The larger variance is related to parking. Peculiarity, of section 24-492E states that for some reason self-storage establishments must have 1 space per 500 square feet. Strict adherence to that number, for whatever the reason it is, creates an exceptionally high number of required spaces for a use that, quite frankly, doesn't need them. It almost makes you wonder whether it was meant to refer to only the office space of a storage facility. Nonetheless, that's what the code says, so we're here formally requesting this variance.
If I remember correctly, wasn't this a drive-through facility? Basically, you drive in, unload.
Correct,
when it was approved before.
Yeah, so,
Nature of the building makes 65 spaces an impossibility.
correct. To provide some context, strict adherence would require 75 spaces. I think we can all agree anecdotally that that's a little much. If we just looked at the office area of the building, which is only 900 square feet, it would create a need for only 2 spaces. And some background justification even further, the IT's parking generation manual classifies many warehouses as needing only 0.1 spaces per 1,000 square feet. So if you ran the math on all the floors of the building, that would equate to a need for only 10 spaces, which is what we are proposing. I do have the site plan in front of you demonstrating that 10 spaces. It's a pro for this business because what it also does in having the spaces east and the back and the front, it allows two of the stories of the building to be essentially ADA accessible. A user can pull in and does not have to transport their goods to an elevator. So it's a kind of a win-win. So with that, happy to field any questions, but otherwise I would reference the provided findings of fact, and we can go from there.
I don't have any questions. You guys have any questions? No. I think the dumpster's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think we've given that to every commercial development that's come in.
Do we have a toner?
750.
It's similar to the one in Dyer. Did you see the one by, by Jules? And the dumpster, the roof, I mean, it poses a problem for garbage pickup. They have to pull the dumpsters out in order to be able to put them on the truck, and it's...
I think the only thing I did left out is obviously all the required advertisements for the petition were completed and provided to the town, and our intent is to more or less immediately start engaging the Plan Commission to get this project off the ground.
All right, well, at this time, we'll open up the floor to public comment. And we'll close it to public comment. Looks like you're working on those quads again.
Make a motion to approve both developmental variances for Chicago Storage LLC. Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Okay, I have a motion and a second. Everyone in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll move on to C. 2025-05 developmental variance from STJMC 24-461 to allow for a larger than allowed square footage pergola pool cabana located at approximately 8802 Calumet Avenue. Joe and Gina Napoli are the applicants.
Yep. I am Joe Napoli. I'm pretty straightforward, just looking for larger than currently allowed pool cabana for an existing patio.
How large are you looking to go?
More than likely 20 by 16.
And what would the height be?
The height of the
Like
roof,
to the peak of the roof, yeah.
Roof.
The ridge.
I would guess 14 feet,
Okay.
14, 15.
C as a. Do we have any remonstrance letters on this?
Nothing received.
Nothing received?
No.
Can't speak on anyone else's behalf, but I don't see anything wrong with it.
No, I mean, he's got a huge lot, so. I
Correct.
mean,
It's a walkout too, so we can't see it from the street, and behind it is trees, it's wooded.
All right, well, at this moment, I'll open up the floor to public comment.
I'm his neighbor who's looking at it, I don't have no objection, so.
What's that? You have no objection?
No, and I'm the neighbor next to him, so.
He said 16 by 20,
All right,
320 now.
we're gonna close public comment. You guys have any more questions?
Nope. I'll make a motion to approve the developmental variance for a 320 square foot, 15-foot high accessory structure at 8802 Calumet Avenue. Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Everyone in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to number 6, new and old business.
I have nothing additional tonight.
No meeting in February, so.
No meeting in February.
All right,
Business.
move to public comment. I'm assuming there is none. Billy, you got anything to say? All right, at this